Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are watching me for the first time, thank you for clicking this video, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. And for those that have already been part of the family, thank you guys and welcome back. My name is Gift Somakwabe and I am your favorite internal auditor. Another internal audit topic, and today I want to talk about a couple of things that I learned during my first audit engagement. I have been on my first audit engagement. I'm experiencing some internal audit stuff and it's great, guys. I'm learning a lot. So I was like, let me do this video and like share some of the things that I think you should know when you start, because obviously it's overwhelming. You don't know what to do. It's confusing. You're learning a lot of things in one go, and then you have all this training that was pumped into you, and then you have to sort of apply, right? So I just want to explain or give tips on a couple of things that you should be on the lookout for, a couple of things you should do when you start your first audit engagement. Okay, so the first thing I would say is understand what is expected of you. And what I mean, like, understand what is expected of you, like, you know, you are an associate one or a junior internal auditor or first year trainee. You need to be able to know what is required of you. Are you in charge of taking down the minutes? Are you going to be going to the client? Which part of the audit are you actually, going to be auditing? Are you going to be looking at the cycle? Are you going to be looking at like the like, you need to understand what is required of you. There's nothing worse than not knowing what you have to do and you're just sitting there. And we have this whole process where you need to be accountable of your time, your hours that you spend on an engagement. So if you're going to come with the I don't know what to do and you didn't tell anybody or ask anybody for help, you are gonna be in trouble. So understand what is required of you, so you sort of have Number two, ask lots of questions, like a lot of questions. Basically, have a curious mind. Always, like, if you do something, ask yourself how, when, why, what, why are we doing this, And the moment you're able to ask a lot of questions and try to understand what is going on, you will be able to identify issues within your audit engagement. So, ask, why do we document things like this? Why did I get this wrong? Be able to, also take in feedback. If you are told this is wrong, don't kill yourself like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing, I hate my job. Like, take it with positivity. So I had a lot of questions. Like, I ask a lot of questions. I even get pre-approval, if I can put it, like, should I do it like this? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to add this? And luckily, the team that I was with, they're amazing, they're great people, so they're really patient as well. So don't assume that all your managers and stuff are there to bite you and they're rude and stuff like that. People are really willing to help if you also show a curious mind. Go and do research on the company that you're auditing and stuff like that, so that you're able to ask more questions. I mean, if you blank and you don't know what's going on, you're not going to ask anything, and that means you won't understand what you're doing. And another thing is, guys, don't pretend like you know what you're doing. If they ask you, do you know what you are supposed to do? So, like, you need to be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Or like speak back what they asked you to do. Like, oh, do you want me to go to the Excel spreadsheet and on the drive and whatnot? And if he says yes or she says yes, that's what I want you to do. Then you know what you're doing. But then if you're giving something completely different and they're like, no, you're still lost, they will explain it to you. So be willing to ask questions. Don't be afraid to say you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Number three, so you need to be willing to make mistakes. So you ask your questions, you get things wrong, be willing to make mistakes, guys. Do not assume, as I said, do not assume you know it all from varsity, because trust me, it ain't the same. It's similar, but there are a couple of things that you kind of see that are different. For example, you can actually audit stuff online, right? And we're so used to auditing face to face, and you can actually get like documents via systems and stuff like that, whereas we know according to varsity that you have to go physically there, ask for the document and all that. That still does happen, but we have to be realistic. We have COVID and stuff, so there's different ways to audit. So be willing to make the mistakes and understand that you don't know it all. There are a lot of things that you're going to learn, and a lot of things that like there's a lot of learning, guys. Every day there's a lot of learning, like, and the only way you will learn is if you ask questions and you allow yourself to get feedback. I did make a couple of mistakes already, and it's okay. I mean, now I know, that okay, next time I need to do it like this and that, right? So the one thing that I learned, I think one of my biggest mistakes when I was doing a process description, and I wasn't as detailed as possible, so I had to go back and fill in the gaps, right? So the way they explain, you need to explain why, which system, why we're doing this, who is doing it, how often do they do it, like you need to be that specific. So that's something that's very important in auditing. So number 4, be a people's person. Be a people's person, guys. Be able to talk, be a good communicator. That is very important. Like, I over communicate. Like, I think I am a good communicator, not to brag or anything, but I will tell you every single thing. I have a meeting with whoever, I won't be around for the next hour, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, we have a training session. Like, I'm that, like, yeah, you need to communicate, guys. They need to know what's going on, right? And yeah, don't lie about it. Be honest. If something has really happened, tell them, right? You're human, things do happen. But back to saying, be a people's person. Be able to work in a team. Be able to speak to people. You really come across different people, different cultures. I think for me, when you go to the client's office already, it's a whole new environment. Different people at the client's office as well. I mean, you have to greet the receptionist, you have to speak to the security guard, sometimes you have to speak to the client. So you really need to be a people's person, be able to interact with people, and yeah. Okay, and then the next thing for me is be a good listener, guys. You need to be a good listener, not just for umkosi or whatever. Like, you need to be very attentive at meetings. Like, you can get meetings that go on for 2 hours, 3 hours, and you need to be able to listen. You need to be able to write notes as well. Don't depend on a recording or just depend on someone else, that's got your back. This is not varsity. You need to be a good listener. You need to listen with understanding. Actually, if the client tells you this is how we do things, 1, 2, 3, you're gonna have to go back and explain that process description, right, for your audit. So if you don't know, you can't keep going back and forth to the client asking the same question 100 times because you forgot or you didn't listen or you didn't write. So guys, practice your listening skills, practice your writing skills, practice those things right now as early as possible. And if you're at varsity right now, I'd really recommend that you start working on your listening skills. When you're in class, try to focus, don't be on your phone and things like that. That will help you, to sort of start training yourself to actually be prepared in meetings and be able to take notes. 6, we sell time. So that's one of the lines that our partners at PwC told us. We sell time. Auditors sell time. We sell time, So time is money at the end of the day, that saying. So we sell time, meaning that everything that you do, guys, you need to take accountability for your time. Be somebody that's organized, that has good time management. You cannot be at the client's office like late, let's say 2 p.m. and then you expect to do work that's supposed to start in the morning. You can't be late for meetings. The client is already there waiting for you. If you have things like traffic when you're going to the client's office, go an hour in advance. You know where you stay, the distance and stuff, guys. So you need to really be accountable for the hours that you work. It's very important because remember, an audit engagement works on a budget. So the point is, we're trying to save money as well. We don't want to go over budget and then having to start explaining to the client, oh, it's because my trainee decided to wake up late and stuff like that. So time is money. The quicker you do things, the better, because you get the answers you want, you move on to the next step, So we sell time. So I think for me so far it's been amazing. It's been great. I really feel like I have a lot to learn, and I'm just excited, moving to different teams, auditing different things, like completely different things, learning new things, having different managers. Like, there's just a lot, guys. So I'd really, really recommend that if you're interested in audit and you're still studying or whatever it is you want to do, work hard, you know, work hard, get the exposure that you need. And you watching this video is already giving you that exposure in a way. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Please do comment, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.